Yes, sir. Locked in with another boss. Look, less yapping, more rapping. We're gonna get straight into it. We're in the booth with Chiseko. Let's run it.
Even if I could repeat, I'd probably still just be me, cause I am a king. Sometimes you just need something to put you right back in the ring. Jumping in, swig up a cup full of blood, wash from the towel and steam. Cause I got a hunch that if I continue to hunt, I'll have these rappers on strings. I'm hungry, they just don't want me. Came a long way, so it won't end lovely. Don't touch me, think I'm so dumb, G. Had a long day, so the flow came ugly. You cannot ride on this bus, juniors don't make the cut. I'm on the team, most of my brothers are up. You get to watch from the start, you get to dream. You get to dream. You get to. Shout out to Kaizen Notion, that's Kaizen Notion. It's the homies clothing brand from back in Perth. Making some real cool stuff. You lacking a lot of respect for me. Do I smell hate on your breath? It's a definitely. Expect me to care, that's some energy I'd rather spend on developing legacy. These children are better as enemies. Smile at their face and send all of the pleasantries. I'm leaving them fools in the dust. Trust when I'm done, they'll be part of the peasantry. When clearing the air, I'm the deputy. Watch what'll happen when Seth goes around. Just ask the last guy who stepped to me, ended up snapping and taking the crowd. How could I share all this room with people I just don't respect? I call them food, young and defiant to death. These are the words on my breath, they'll be prophecy soon. Go on, Nick. Stop me. You see, we see 3D, foresight, CP3. Of course I sleep with ease. On tour I'm 3 T's deep. It all sounds repeated. Give me some flow and some substance. Got plenty of reasons to cook and plenty of ways you could do up your buttons. You stubborn, you know that, right? Picked up a hobby and chose a fight. You're thick as a stone like some dolomite. I think you don't know who you chose to bite. Me, I've been cold like a stone of ice. I've simply got nothing to lose. It's life or it's death for the kid. I've taken more beatings than you. Talk about you in their heads where you ruminate. I might as well start paying rent or set up a room, a bed and a movie date. You lie when you step in the booth, the evidence proves that you just been moving fake. That's why I keep everything true, cause if it's a ruse, then I'ma risk losing face. What gangster you think you could prove? What kind of behavior will you choose to push today? Surrounded by people you prune, you're stuck in your room, you duck the recruitment phase. Inducting you into my school to see if it's true that you break the rules today. I'm teaching the A's and the B's, the average HDs, I'm up where the students stay.
Body that, bow. Absolutely killed that fire in the booth. Thank you so much for coming in and spitting for us like that. That's crazy.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I've been waiting for this chance for a while.
Absolutely, it's our pleasure. It is our pleasure. Your next track you are releasing is a hit and a half. What's coming up next for you?
So I'm working on my debut EP called Delusions of Grandeur. I've been writing the tracks for that for a little while now. A lot of people know me as like a dance and like house music sort of artist, but I do like to rap as well, and those are kind of my origins. So, you know, I really I wanted to come on here and show people that I'm actually very versatile, and my pen is sick as well outside of just the dance tracks. But
yeah, absolutely agree. I think it's important for us artists to show everybody our journey and where we've been and where we've come. What would you say has been your most challenging obstacle you've had to face since entering the industry?
I think the biggest challenge we face as a whole as Australian artists, especially in the hip-hop space, is that I think a lot of people here aren't open-minded to some of the new music that's coming out from this, like, I guess, this new generation of hip-hop artists. For me, yeah, it's a thing of like,
we really need to just support our talent and realize that we do have something to offer, but you're not just going to get the finished product from day one. You need to help these artists thrive and grow before they become global artists. So yeah, I think people just need to open their minds up a little bit more and support different genres of music that aren't what people here have traditionally liked.
Now, yeah, I think I definitely hear you on that one. I myself am a big advocate for like pushing Australian music and loving our artists before going overseas and hyping these guys up and all of that stuff. Like, love to the artists that are doing their stuff, and obviously we get to build off of them and they're the blueprint in a sense, but I think it's just as important to support your homegrown artists for sure. But tell us who produced the beat, who is behind this mastermind of production.
Yeah, big shout out to Andy. That's my brother. Shout out to Ray as well. So Andy's my DJ. He's the guy I tour with. If you've come to my show before, you'll know him as Hey Andy. But yeah, he's a sick producer, also a very intelligent guy. He's currently studying chemical engineering, so big love to him. But yeah, he produced that.
Shout out to him. Okay, I need to know this too, because it's one of my favorite questions to ask artists. What 4 artists are on your Mount Rushmore?
Oh my gosh, that's a crazy question. So my Mount Rushmore, I feel like it's hard because it changes every day and it depends on the moment. I think sometimes you just resort to picking whoever's on your mind at the time, but the first name that came to mind was MF Doom.
Yeah, I like that.
Throughout high school, I was just like obsessed with his stuff and would just recite his music over and over again. Second, I've got Kendrick Lamar, the greatest of all time in my personal opinion. I don't think anyone else has done it better. Third, I've got Biggie Smalls, greatest storyteller in rap and probably the greatest voice in hip hop for me. And then fourth, I've got Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest, who honestly, I feel like when I first started getting into music, I was into that whole like neo soul kind of movement and the Soulquarians, and I branched off from that into Tribe Called Quest, and that was my first introduction to rap. So shout out to Q-Tip. I got a feature on his show a few years back, which was dope. So extra shout out to him. But yeah, that's my top 4.
That's actually sick. I like that top 4 a lot. I ask a lot of people what their top 4 is, and it's the typical, this guy, that guy, that guy. But I think I can see why that is your top 4 throughout like your music, your sound, even your style. It gives very Biggie. It gives very New York, old school. I like it. But look, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate you so much. Absolutely ripped it. Can't wait for this one to be out in the world. Love. Appreciate you.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me. Thank you for being such a great host.